Hey guys, welcome to DevDom, and in today's video we are going to learn about thread block synchronization. So let's start. Thread block synchronization is a type of synchronization in which it refers to a technique where only a specific block of code inside a method is marked as synchronized rather than synchronizing the entire method. In block level synchronization, so we not make the whole method as synchronized. We create a synchronized block, and in that block we put some code, and only that code will be synchronized, not whole method will be synchronized. This ensures better performance and controlled access to shared resource in multi-threaded environments. If a specific block of code is synchronized and other code will be in multi-threaded process, the time of execution of a program will be very efficient. In previous video we have seen method level synchronization. In method level synchronization, make whole method as synchronized, but in that happens that only one thread can be execute at a time. So time to execute all the threads will be more, because after completing the task of first thread, then second thread will be enter in that method. Then similarly, after completing the task of thread 2, then thread 3 will be enter. Like that, so on up to n. Time required to execute that program will be very more. So in block level synchronization, what it does, it not makes whole method as synchronized. So we create a block and only that block of code will be synchronized. Rest of the code in the method will be in multi-threaded process. So this is block level synchronization. Let's see why we use the synchronized block. When multiple threads access shared resource like variables, files, or the database, or rest conditions or inconsistent outputs can occur. Suppose multiple threads are accessing the same resource, and if we not use synchronized block, then the output that we will get will be corrupted data. To prevent this, we synchronize only the critical section, that is the part of code where the shared resource is accessed, not whole method, improving efficiency. So as I have discussed earlier that we not make whole method as synchronized. Synchronize only the block of code, and rest whole method will be in multi-threaded environment if we use block level synchronization. So the time required to execute the program will be very less, and it also improves the efficiency. So let's take an example. So suppose you are in a bank, and in that bank there is an ATM machine. So I will label it as well. So this is bank, and in the bank there is an ATM machine. Suppose you need some money and you want to withdraw the money from the ATM. To withdraw the money from the ATM, you have to enter some credentials. So while entering the PIN and the amount that we want, so we lock the door, because other person should not see our private credentials. We not lock whole bank to enter the credentials. We block only the ATM's door. We enter our PIN and so on. Okay, and we will get our money. Don't lock whole bank. Okay, so we lock only the ATM's door and we will enter the credentials. So that is nothing but the block level synchronization. So we synchronize only block of code in the program. We not synchronize whole code in the program. Okay. So that is nothing but the block level synchronization. Let's start with our practical sessions. I will create a class here. I will give the package name as com.block synchronize. Okay. And here we will give the class name as bank. Okay. So we'll continue with our example that we have taken. So in this class, so we will create a method. So void the name of the method, that is withdraw money, and in this we will pass some parameter. So in this we will give this meter and block level synchronization. So we are not making whole method as synchronized, only some block of code will be synchronized. So to do it, so we have to write synchronize, and here we have to write this, and here we will just print name of the person, uh, and we will concatenate string as is withdrawing money from bank. While withdrawing money from the ATM, it will take some time. So for that, here we will use sleep method. In this we have to give duration in millisecond. So we will give the duration as 2000. So we will wait for 2 seconds, and after that we will get our money. Here it will throw an interrupt exception. So to handle it, we have to use try and catch block or throws. So we will here use try and catch block, and in this we will simply print the name plus here we will print the name of the person, and plus we will give the concatenation as the person has been completed the transaction. So now we will create a class as customer. We will extend this class to thread. Now we will create the object of the bank class. So here we will write bank and the reference of it. So we will take it as bank, and also we will take a string here as customer name. So okay, so we will take the name of the customer as a string, and here we will create a parameterized constructor. So we'll write customer dot this will take two parameters as bank and string as name. So we will assign this data to bank object. So for that, and similarly for customer name string as well. So this customer name and then create the method. Okay, so we will override the method from the thread class. So we'll write public void run. So this is present in the thread class as well. So we have just override it, and in this we will call the method that we have created in the bank class. So we'll write the object of the bank dot withdraw money. Now we will just make the object of the bank class. So for that we will create another class as me, and in that we will create a main, and here we will create the object of the bank. Here we will create the thread. Okay, so the customer that we have created is thread. We will create the object for the customers. That we have to pass the bank object, that is the ATM, and the name of the customer. Pass anything, so let's say Peter, and here we will create another customer as customer 2, and we'll change the name as Alice. In the multi-threading, so this is known as threads. Okay, so these both are threads. Now we will start the thread. So we'll write c1.start and c2.start. So let's run the code and see what will be the output. So as you can see, Peter is withdrawing the money from the bank and Alice is withdrawing the money from the bank after 2 seconds. Okay, so I have given the delay as well. Okay, here, so as you can see, at a time the one person has to withdraw the money. We will wait for 4 seconds. Okay, so here we have to update 4000 milliseconds. Okay, now let's run the code again. So as you can see, after 4 seconds the Peter is withdrawing the money from the bank, while Alice is withdrawing the money from the bank. Peter is waiting. Okay, after some time the Alice transaction has completed, then Peter enter into the ATM's environment and also he tries to withdraw the money. Okay, this is all about the block level synchronization. So thank you for watching this video.